Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my yard and my house. So in today's video I thought we'd talk about how I believe that my house is technically haunted. I wouldn't say that it's completely like poltergeist type haunted. It's definitely not like that bad. Me and my husband have lived here for about, let's see, 2 years now. Yeah, about 2 years now. And we don't experience things constantly, but once in a blue moon, I'd say at least once or twice a month, something out of the ordinary happens that's not that explainable. So yeah, first of all, yes, that is a cow head skull in my background. I found that in the woods. And I am in a sports bra and my hair is getting fuzzy because it is scorching out here. It is like 90 degrees humidity out here because I live out here in Kentucky. So in July, it is the worst humidity you could ever think. It feels like it's 110 degrees when it's 90. So I literally straightened my hair 10 minutes ago and it's already crunching, so just yeah. Bear with me. So about my house, let's get started with the backstory of my house. It was built in like, I want to say somewhere around the 70s or 80s. My husband knows way more details about it than I do. And an older couple, man and woman couple, actually bought the house back then. They modeled it themselves, wallpaper and everything. It's a 2-story house. They actually built on an extra room and an extra part of the upstairs too. From my understanding, they built on to the house. It was a lot shorter, a lot smaller than it is currently when they bought it. And also all the wood in the house that makes the walls is oak wood, which makes it very strong. So like, and it's brick, as you can see. So like, this house is hardly going to get destroyed if a tornado comes by. Thank God, I'm safe. It's got a very huge basement, very big upstairs. Technically, the house, like when my husband got the house, sorry, a big old truck's going by. Thank you, UPS. Hold on, he's stopping at my house. I swear, every time I do one of these videos, I get interrupted by a vehicle or something. Anyway, where was I? So whenever my husband bought the house, he actually won it at an auction for $80,000. And the couple, the old couple, had actually passed away, and it had went to the old lady's relative or something, and he sold the house or something like that. So we ended up getting it. Right away, whenever we like first came in to check out the house, I didn't have any bad feelings whatsoever. I actually found it very peaceful feeling, very homey feeling. I absolutely fell in love with the place. The rooms are huge. Like the kitchen is ginormous. I'm not good with like square footage and everything, so I couldn't tell you how big. I just know that it's big. It looks 10 times bigger inside than it does from the outside. Technically, the rooms, it says on the auctioneer page that it's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, or something like that. But technically, because of the add-ons that the couple did, you could make 5 bedrooms out of this house. So that's pretty cool. This house is huge, and I love it. So, um, here's the thing. When the old man passed away, I believe he passed away in the hospital with like cancer or something like that, you know. So he died in the hospital. The old lady, she didn't die in the house, but she died next door at her sister's house. Literally just a couple yards away from the property. Somebody's shooting a gun. Um, so, sometimes the things that happen, I wonder if it's her. Her name was Mary, which is kind of weird, I think, because you hear about, you know, Bloody Mary, Scary Mary, stuff like that. Um, so sometimes I wonder if it's her just passing through because this was her home. Um, and it's funny because, like, a lot of the times that when something happens, it seems like it is directed towards me, like the entity is trying to get my attention, not my husband's attention. And that's why I think it could be her, because she was the homemaker, the home caretaker, and that's what I am in my home. And maybe she feels that connection with me or something. Um, could be. And another point I wanted to make, this is the more creepy side of the whole thing. We actually live on an Indian burial ground. And what I mean by that is our woods, right? And it's literally like I can see the woods from where I'm sitting. Me and my husband have went trailing in our woods before, because there's a creek just like 2 miles out into the woods that we go fishing in. Well, there's literally like 5 burial grounds, Indian burial grounds, that we've seen back there. The type that's the rock mounds that are like, they're literally like 6 foot long, and they're just piles of rocks that are lifted up off the ground. Oop, there's a bug flying around me. But that's another creepy thing, which I think is weird, that we live that close to an Indian burial ground. I mean, even the trees, let me show you. Let me flip. I don't know if you can tell. I can't really zoom because I'm using my phone to record. But these trees right here, these weird shaped trees, those are actually Indian marker trees. The weird, like, squiggly shaped ones. Those are all over the place, like all over here. So I thought that was another weird thing. I don't know. But I wanted to jump into some of the weird things that have happened around the house in the past couple years. I wrote them down so I wouldn't leave anything out. Okay, so when we first moved in, I had a lot of like ocean themed type decorations and stuff, and I didn't know what to do with them, so I just kind of decorated the bathroom with it. And I had like this little shell chandelier hanging right next to the mirror. Well, one day I was in the kitchen doing something in the kitchen, and all of a sudden I hear those shells rattle, and I was like, what was that? And then I heard it again. It's literally as if somebody took their fingers and just went like that across the shells. And I was the only one home. And so I went in there, and I'm like, there's no air in here. There's not even a vent next to that. The vent is all the way next to the toilet. Because, like, the toilet's over here, the shower's right here, and way over here is the sink. And there's no windows open. So, like, there's no way air draft or anything is blowing near these shells. And even if there was, it would have to be some pretty hard air to make them move that much to make a sound. A sound loud enough for me to hear it all the way in another room. And I just thought it was weird, and then I'm sitting there staring at them as they're like swaying from where they've been moved. And I'm just so confused because I'm like, how did those move? My cats aren't in here. They never get up on the sink because my cats never do. Like, anytime they have gotten up on counters or anything, I spray them with a squirt bottle. They know not to get on furniture, except the couch, but they know not to get on the counters. So I just thought that was weird. So that's another creepy thing, which I think that was probably Mary just making herself known. Hello, I'm here, you know. I think that was one of the first things that we noticed. My husband has noticed, and he's shown me, like, camera footage because he has surveillance cameras all around the house on the outside and inside, which he's mainly seen these things on the outside. Weird, like, shadows and shapes and orbs in the camera footage. He'll show me stuff, which actually I want to bring up a point. Last night, he was showing me footage this morning because he was looking through some camera footage. He noticed that his leg kept kicking in the middle of the night, which he has restless leg syndrome anyway, but he was kicking like really hard. Like his leg was literally doing that. And he thought it was funny. He was showing me. But then you see me like an hour later, which I do recall kind of waking up in my mind, like, because I thought I felt somebody watching me. And I told him later on that morning, I said, for some reason, I thought somebody was watching me last night, and I had a hard time going back to sleep. Well, you see me in the camera footage, kind of like tilt up my head and look around the room, and I say something, but I don't recall ever saying anything. I don't. I just remember looking around the room. I swear to Jesus Christ, I do not recall saying anything. So I just thought that was weird that on the camera footage, you can hear me murmur something, but you can't understand what I said. So I don't know what that was. Creepy, but... and then night before last, I was cooking. Was it the night before? It was sometime this week. I don't remember when it was. But sometime this week I was cooking, and literally about 2 feet away from me where the coffee pot was, where, I usually have a little spoon where I mix my husband's coffee up. It fell on the floor, and I was nowhere near it. And I even told my husband, I said, that was weird. And he went, what? And I said, the spoon just in the kitchen over here just fell, and I didn't even do anything. And he was like, huh. So, and then the other, this was a while back ago. We were redoing our bedroom. Well, we're still in the process of redoing our bedroom. I'm kind of a procrastinator sometimes. I have a glass vase that's about yay tall, and it has like artificial flowers in it. And it's in our bedroom, and it's next to the dresser. And, you know, I had been tearing off wallpaper that week because we're planning on painting the room like a teal color, like a really light sky teal color, because we're wanting to do our bedroom and ocean stuff. So, well, my husband, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was outside doing something, but I came inside and he said, "Hun, I heard something shatter. I don't know what it was, but it sounded like glass shattering." And we were looking everywhere. We went in the bathroom, and that vase had fallen over into the floor, and there was glass everywhere. And I was like, well, and he says it was probably one of the cats, but the cats never, like, my cats usually don't knock stuff over like that. I know a lot of people have cats who are assholes and knock stuff over, but my cats usually don't do that. They just don't. I know my cats, they don't. They don't purposely knock stuff over. They're really good cats. So I almost wonder, I mean, it could have been my cats, but I honestly don't think it was. And my cats were nowhere in that room anyway. They hardly ever go in the bedroom. So I almost wonder if maybe Mary was mad that I was taking her wallpaper off that she spent so long putting up. I don't know. um, so, here's the last one that I want to put out there because this is the one that freaked me out the most. And it haunts me to this day. I don't know why, but it just did something to me that I'll never forget. Mainly because I got such an angry feeling off of this. So, me and my husband, this was about a year ago, I want to say, a year and a half ago. We weren't living there very long. Me and him were having a really bad argument. Like, we were into it, I want to say. I'm just going to be honest. We were arguing. We were cussing, yelling really loud. I mean, we were escalating. It was getting bad. I was sitting on the couch. He was in the doorway where the living room and kitchen is. And the argument's just escalating. It's building and building and building. It's getting louder and louder. And all of a sudden, we have this little dresser that's next to the living room window. So mind you, I'm sitting here. He's over here. This dresser's over here next to the window. Way over here. Like probably 5 foot away from us. The animals aren't in the room because when we've gotten into arguments, the animals don't like to be around us. So as our argument is escalating, all of a sudden, this little dresser, full of stuff, starts rattling. And I mean, it shakes as if somebody's taking 2 hands and doing this. It stops our argument immediately. We stop and look at it. I go instantly and jerk back. And we're staring at it, and then we look at each other and go, what the heck was that? We were completely freaked out. It quit our argument. Like, it stopped us in our tracks. We didn't know what to think. There was definitely something in that room that did not want us arguing. It was telling us to stop. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a spirit, a demon, God, I don't know. Whatever it was pissed off that we were arguing that bad. I don't know. But I'll never forget it to this day. It put chills all down my spine. And, I mean, it just, like it did that. I mean, the drawers rattled and came, like, it even moved the drawers out like this much. As if, I don't know. Just, I'll never forget it. It was crazy. So, that is my little story time about my haunted house that I live in. It's not so bad that I would ever move out of this place because, to tell you the truth, the majority of the time it is a very peaceful house and I very much feel like home here. I have never felt in any way, shape, or form that something is trying to make me leave or don't want me here, I will say, this just came to mind, something does happen to my husband very, very often, almost every other day, every week, and I don't know if it's just him being very, very forgetful or if something is playing with him. I find it hilarious, but he loses his keys, his wallet, his coffee cup, everything he needs to leave to get out the door, he cannot find before he's ready to leave for work. And he goes, like, he cannot, he's like, I swear I just had it. Where is it? And it'll be in the most random place. Literally. One time I found, what was it? His cigarettes in the little open thing in the refrigerator. I'm like, what's it doing there? So, like, I don't know. He could just be a very forgetful man. I don't know, but anyway, so, yeah, that's my little story time of my haunted house, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like this video, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.